you look like.
What up, doe? What up, doe? What up, doe? What up, doe? It's your man G. Louie.
And your man's clearly checking all the way in for Den and Now podcast. I tell y'all this every week. This is the type of fun you can have with your clothes on. Whoa.
Yeah, I mean,
we got a lot going on this week. We got a lot going on this week, and I want to make sure I try to stay on point, try to speed this thing up, and get through as much information as possible. Cause a lot happening real fast. We living in fast times, fast life. If you don't know what that means, you better hold on to your seatbelt.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, it's going fast. Like fast in the fast lane.
Yes, it is.
Fast lane.
Yes, it is. We already in March. It's March the 24th. Kobe, you know what I'm saying? And I'm telling y'all, it's moving fast. You know what I mean? I could have sworn it was just 2024, man. What you say?
Yeah, it was. 2024.
So, with that being said, we're going to get right off into this thing and let, you know what I'm saying, G. Louie start us off with the first part of the beginning of the week. What you got for us, my G?
Man, first of all, we want to give a big shout out to the Michigan Wolverines that was down 10 in the last 7-8 minutes and came back to win. You know what I mean? So they was, them boys is balling. So give a shout out to Michigan Wolverines for coming back, getting that victory.
Oh, Michigan State. That was Michigan State, not the Wolverines.
The Wolverines won.
With
I'm talking about the Michigan State, they won too, but I'm talking about the Wolverines when they was down and they came back because they looking like they was going to lose.
But they got eliminated, though.
They ain't even played again.
Huh? They didn't get eliminated at the Sweet 16?
No.
They advanced to the Sweet 16?
Yeah.
Michigan and Michigan State advanced to the Sweet 16.
Yes.
Okay, then. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, if you didn't know, Michigan and Michigan State is in a crash course in the Sweet 16. So, so we can't get stuck on the Wolverines, because I'm definitely a Wolverines fan, also football. Whoa, by the way. I'm a State fan when it comes to basketball. I know that's odd, but that's just the way it goes. Steve Smith, blame him, and that whole thing was, I don't know. But listen. Whoa, it's a crash course here. So if both of them is in the Sweet 16, and if I'm not mistaken, Michigan plays Auburn, and Michigan State plays Ole Miss, if I'm not mistaken. And if that happens, and they W there,
they gonna play. It's gonna be Michigan and Michigan State
in the Elite Eight.
In the Elite Eight to go to the Final Four.
Yeah, or go to the Final Four. That's wild work. And I don't think nobody picked that for their bracket. Whoa.
Nobody. They ain't picked. One of my friends, they was like, man, Michigan has messed the bracket up.
Right. I bet Michigan messed the bracket up. And that goddamn team, the other team messed the bracket up too, that went to the Cinderella team, Magnesia. What is it? I can't think of their name right now. But yeah, they was in there going crazy with the little, with the one guy or whatever. They got the one little mascot guy that walks out with him. He's not a coach or nothing. He's just a guy that's with the team. It was winning all throughout the tourney. I can't think of their name, but it's gonna come to me in 1 second. But yeah, Michigan. Hey man, nobody picked them to go this far.
I know.
Nobody. They've been talking Izzo. But hey man, Michigan Wolverines got a basketball program over there too. You know what I mean? And they put it in. And shout out to Jimmy King. Because I see you stay on the television. So that means you keep a job. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. That's what it's all about, brother. Keeping a job. Sometimes everything don't work out the way they supposed to work out. But guess what? You stay on TV and you got a job, brother. Yes, paying you probably quite well. For sure. So shout out to him. Furthermore, as far as the tourney go, I mean, it's looking pretty good. You know what I mean? And transitioning from the tourney into the NBA or whatever. How about those Pistons? We got 10 more games left in the season, and we got, I'm saying, we over 500. We 40 and 32 on the standings in the number 6 spot. We're in the number 6 spot, which is not a great spot, but it's not a bad spot. You understand what I'm saying? We got 10 games left for the season, and Cade Cunningham and them over there cracking heads.
And And did y'all see that game against Miami when he hit that buzzer beater?
Whoa.
You know? So look, they balling.
Yeah.
I was watching who was I watching? And they said Cade Cunningham gonna bring Detroit a championship.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, at this point,
one of the stars, the legendary retired stars. Who was that? Was that Kevin Garnett? It was one of them.
well, I mean, at this point, you know,
Shaq was hating talking about some of the Pistons born.
well, at this point, I guess Cade Cunningham, he's the diaper dandy right now. He's the young horse of the team. You know what I mean? In his 20s. If we're going to get a championship, I mean that's not a bad prophecy, because I mean
Right.
the boy is still in his 20s, young, like 25, 26 or something. So he still got a lot of game to play and a lot of more NBA to really get involved with as far as wins and losing. So that wasn't a real good prediction. You know what I mean? Yeah. Who else gonna win it? Unless they trade him off. Whoa.
But the whole thing is, it's up in the NBA. Man, anybody can win a championship. As far as all the, like the ones that the good teams, even the ones that don't nobody think that could win it.
Well-
But I think it's like right now it's up.
Well, I don't think that. I think what we're seeing right now is the actual competitive edge is leaving the sport. Everybody's really concerned about a paycheck and money right now. And what you're seeing is these teams that are winning, I'm not taking them from the teams that's winning. Y'all are winning. Yes, y'all are. But, like we spoke about weeks ago with the NBA versus the NFL, yo, you got to be the team in the NBA definitively. So that means you got to do this 4 times.
Right.
4. You can't just one and done and it's over with. And these teams that's winning right now, I'm seeing something that I wasn't seeing early in the season, because the teams that are supposed to be winning are winning. You know what I mean? Those teams that was getting beat before with these standards, people are really jockeying for these spots. And the elite teams with the elite players, but I'm going to try to catch that now. When I say those words, elite, I'm talking about the celebrities of the basketball sport. Because at the end of the day, if it's not making no money for the NBA, we ain't doing it.
Exactly.
We ain't doing it. So with that being said or whatever, as you start to notice, those guys that get the big bucks, they are starting to play harder now, and they starting to win games easily. They starting to blow people out. You see what Joker and them just did to Cleveland. Whoa. Blindside. Psh, it was goddamn, I don't even think he played. Yikes. It was wicked out there. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, I'm just saying. So, I mean, those guys that's been playing good, hard basketball, don't worry about the critics. Just keep on playing good, hard basketball. But, no, in NBA, you got to be definitive when you beat your opponent. Right. It's like the slam dunk, like Shaq say. It's the most high percentage shot in the game.
Right, exactly. Right. Yeah. So, like in the series, if you own them, you own them.
Yes. Yes.
Anybody can get one game.
There you go.
Get 4.
There you go. There you go. And the thing is, what you got to understand is, with the NBA, that a lot of people don't understand is, what y'all beat us in this first game, y'all don't think y'all finna come back the next game and y'all gonna do the same thing. No, we gonna stop that. So y'all gotta come with something else. So this is why NBA is definitive. If football was set up like that, the Super Bowl would go totally different. If it was set up 2 out of 3 or whatever it may be, it would go totally different. I promise you, because you can't sneak something in on me and then run away with the gold. It ain't gonna work, because when you do it today, tomorrow you ain't gonna be able to do that. You know what I mean? It's gonna come to a stop. We're gonna stop that immediately.
That's why I says like football is the hardest sport to win the chip, because it's one and done.
It's sneaky.
It's one and done. So you ain't got no second chances.
Y'all can watch film on me all day on the team, and I can change up the whole script tomorrow when y'all see the game. It's sneaky.
But the whole thing is when I was watching Tom Brady said, I studied so much that I knew different blitzes. I knew the different when the team set up. I knew what they was gonna do. He said, he said I was in the. He said I stayed in the playbook watching film. He said that's how I was able to get to where I got to, and being able to recognize what was going on the field. He said I know almost every blitz, like studying the team. So it's like football is totally different. When you got a game plan, they ain't no switching up. When you got a game plan and they got that game plan, they practice that and practice and practice and practice. So they can be on point. They might have some plays that they might slip in there, but just changing the whole thing up when the football. No, they don't do that.
Yeah, but if y'all read, if you think that they would sit there and let Tom Brady read their whole playbook play by play, you done lost your mind.
No,
and let me tell you something. Hold on.
I'm telling you what he's saying.
I heard him say the same statement. I heard him say the same statement. But my point.
That's what you do. You study film.
But my point.
You recognize setups and defenses when they in certain positions and things of that nature. You know what I mean?
Right, but
it becomes second nature to you.
But my point that I'm making to you is, if you let me finish, is the fact that it's only so many plays you can run from the defense as far as the blitz. So him saying that was like an idiotic whole hookup. Every quarterback that's up there on that line should be able to do that. It's only so many blitzes you can come with, Bleeds. And this is what I was trying to say when he said, I said, what? Tom Brady is an idiot, by the way. I just want y'all to know that out there. Yeah, Tom Brady, 2 thumbs down for Captain America. He's an idiot. You won't hear him talk. The stuff he says don't even make sense. Every quarterback got to do that time.
Every quarterback got
to do that time.
Everybody don't do that.
What you think they are there? So you think they are there? No,
every quarterback don't have 7 rings.
Okay, so that's gonna defy him to say like he's
the greatest quarterback of all time.
I believe not. You know what I'm saying? He's the most winning nigga. He's a quarterback with the most championships. I can go for that. You know what I'm saying? He won the Nobel Peace Prize as being Captain America by paying for the pay, but he's not the greatest of all time. Heck no. There's a whole bunch of quarterbacks whose stats is better than his, and throwing yards and all of that. So what we going off of? We going off chips or we going off actual arms? There's a whole bunch of arms better than his. There's a whole bunch.
It's chips and then in crunch time.
He ain't even crushed Dan Marino numbers, and Dan Marino ain't never won a chip.
Right.
He ain't never won a chip. He ain't even did Dan Marino numbers.
So what?
So what?
He
ain't did Drew Brees numbers.
I'd rather have less stats and more chips.
Man, you know that NFL bullcrap is all goddamn propaganda. You know it's propaganda.
Marino would give up all that just to have.
Man, listen, man. All that bullcrap, the NFL and him with them 7 chips is propaganda. That's why football is a mockery, because he got 7 chips in this goddamn 21st century. That is a mockery. You wouldn't do that in NBA time.
Anywho. Let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on. You Patriots fan, though, I bet you was.
I hated the Patriots. I like Tom Brady. I didn't like the Patriots. I'm just.
You see what his bum on self. See what his bum on self did when he went down to Tampa Bay.
Bum rock. And won a chip.
Bum rock.
And won a chip. And won a chip. Yeah, come on, man. Anywho, we gonna switch gears.
Yeah,
man, it's so much going on in the rap world that is unbelievable. But first off, I want to give a shout out to Baby Money and Tay B, who gave a shout out to Dinner Now Live podcast. You know what I mean?
Shout out to them boys over there with the 3G and what's his joint? What's his joint now? Tay B. What's his joint?
Tay B.
They got he 3G. Baby Money is 3G and what's Tay Money something. They got their little.
I don't know.
That's what they look. They artists that's on their labels. They got another label. But shout out, Baby Money and Tay B for, you know what I'm saying, shouting out then and now. Yeah, you know they got their own label. 3G is another. They got little artists on there.
All right.
3G, they got artists on there. Yeah.
I ain't know.
Yeah, come on, man.
I just seen them. You know what I mean? I just seen them at the dog surprise birthday party, and then they, you know, I told them, you know, give me a shout out. They gave me a shout out, no problem. You know,
and that's what it's all about out there, artists. You know, because the fact that I recognize you as being an artist that you are, because you have already transitioned into the success category by becoming an artist and being recognized by your peers with a record deal. So my thing is, hey, we not on Then and Now podcast is all sponsored by us. so with that being said, and we coming. So we trying to
we roll up on you.
Yeah, hey man,
You feel me?
hey man, hey
Don't
man,
be acting brand.
hey man, we hey, hey man.
But shout out to those guys, man, for you know me showing some love. You feel me, B?
Yeah, and yeah, go ahead.
Also too, to Bodie James 227 concert. Shout out to Bodie. Shout out to Fast Lane, CDL, Mina, all the rest of the boys, Nick, Bruno, the whole clan. You know, showing love. Hey, man, everybody show love to Den and not Live.
What's the name of the spot?
What's the name of that spot?
Is that new spot they've been talking about by Bosco's?
What's the name of that spot? What's the name? Let me go. What's the name of the spot?
But yeah, y'all know Rock Bottom. You know what I mean? What's the name? Still opening up to this day. To this day.
What's the name of that spot? You having a concert at, Rock? Because I'm on the pod. Who? The Orchid.
The Orchid. Yeah, the Orchid.
9 Mile in Woodward.
Yeah.
30th. What time it start? It's from 9 to 2. Y'all get y'all tickets in advance. If y'all pay at the door, it's gonna be higher. I'm telling you now. Cause you wait till the last minute, you gonna fuck around and be paying $50 to $100.
Yeah, Big Hurt. He Rock Bottom, right? Big Hurt? Yeah, Big Hurt. Shout out to Big Hurt. Big Hurt still doing shows. He out here opening up at every concert coming out of Detroit. Old school. Big Hurt. He always opening up. But yeah, that's Rock Bottom. Yeah.
And also too, the booths is sold out already. So, you know what I mean? So, but they gonna have everything. So, y'all be there on the 30th.
Now the funny thing about the Orchids, right? I'm gonna give y'all some club history about the Orchid. The Orchid was
hold on 1 minute.
You don't tell me to hold on. I'll be on the podcast live.
Hold on.
Crazy man.
Live performance from what's her name? Haisha. So new coming artist. She fire. So y'all be there. You know what I mean? So y'all want to miss it. So. You know I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there in that house. You know what I mean?
All right, Rock, we gonna need you to come down to the show. We live, Rock. We gonna need you to come down to the show, man. We live right now. You on the telephone. Anywho, listen. Give y'all some a true story about the Orchid, right? And the Orchid is actually on 9 Mile in Woodward, but it's not really on 9 Mile. It's a little bit before you. If you come from 8 Mile to Woodward, it's before you get to 9 Mile. If you come going north on Woodward, on your left hand side. And it was a funny story about the Orchid is because the Shock. Do anybody remember the Detroit Shock?
Yeah.
Anybody?
Yeah.
You remember the Detroit Shock? They used to hang out there. And the name of the bar was called Glow back then. In the 2000s, I know you didn't know. You wasn't.
Oh, in the 2000,
you was still out of town. This is 2004, 2005. I said you still out of town at the time. Listen. It shut down like 2006 maybe. It was. Well, I don't say what happened. Something happened. Whoa, Detroiters. But listen. But yes, the Shock, the Detroit Shock, was in the building relentlessly every goddamn week. And I'm talking about you seen them. Oh, you sitting there looking at these big old ladies like, God dang, she really is my height. You know, I'm 6'3", so she's die. They wearing heels and stuff. So they up there. You know, that's where the performance at. Rock Bottom. Y'all come on out to the Orchid on 9 Mile in Woodward, man. Ferndale. Y'all know where it's at.
We gonna be there.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah.
Back to the stuff that's going on in the rap industry.
Yeah. Where you want to start at? Whites.
So first, we'll start at Sauce Walker and Say So. Say So, his artist.
Say So, okay.
Got killed in Memphis.
Oh wow. And Sauce Walker's from Houston, Texas.
From Houston, Texas.
And he's from Memphis, Tennessee.
Right. So
okay.
His first day back to his hometown
of Houston.
No, Tennessee.
Oh, Say So.
Say So.
Yes.
They said they was in a good area that things like that don't happen.
Right.
Broad daylight, they ride down owning and shooting.
Right.
Shoot Sauce Walker in the leg.
Oh wow. Sauce caught one. Whoa.
He caught one. And rumors to say, we don't know how true it is, but when they walked up on Sauce, they was about to give him some more, but then they realized who he was and told him this ain't for you.
Yeah, well, it's kind of hard to believe that story because they did give him one. That one gunshot could take him out.
Yeah, they said, but as soon as they pulled up, jumped out and started shooting. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But
I don't know what the particulars is in that situation, but this is what little bit I know about Memphis and what's going on demographically as far as our people, because that's one of the Big Ten, by the way. If you don't know what the Big Ten is the 10 biggest, largest African American black cities in America. And yes, Memphis is one of those Big Ten. Economically, they're struggling. Education-wise, they're struggling. Poverty is stricken. Everything you can think of, drug epidemic, everything you can think of bad that can happen to a city is happening in the rural area, the urban areas of Memphis, and it's done got bad. And it's very lawless down there. And when I say lawless, I mean like open carry is like the second best nature down there. You know what I mean? Niggas still riding around with the rifle on the back of the pickup truck. So it's wild work down there.
Right.
So with the violence. Let me show you what begots violence. When you poor and uneducated, that begets violence. And let me tell you something, it becomes a real bloodbath because now you have these people who all don't have anything that's scrapping and scraping for nothing. What they scraping and scrapping for is still not anything. And it's wild work that that's even being played out like that down in one of the urban cities. And we as black people have to be aware of this and conscious of this because of the simple fact Detroit is one of those big tier urban cities, yeah. And you see what they doing now to try to phase us out of this mug. So you better be paying attention, by the way. Whoa.
Right. So also too, what's going down there is also too we got, when he was talking about like how they killed Big Juke at the funeral. So that lets you know they don't care whatsoever. But also what's going on down there, they talking about Yo Gotti being indicted. So what you know about that?
Well, that allegation is untrue and being false. That's a false rumor. I don't know why Takeout Media, I researched the source of that, and I don't know why Takeout Media is even broadcasting that. He's not under no investigation or anything of that nature. What we do have is Angela Simmons got something going on. What that is, I don't know. She's supposed to be done defrauded something. I don't know. You want to talk about some Angela Simmons? Yeah, keep an eye on you. Runs house. Yeah, keep an eye on you over there. The laws got their eyes on the Simmons girl. Shout out to them, the lovely couple, Black Love. We gonna get off of the Black Love a little bit later. Right now, we got to do this breaking news stuff. Yeah, break this down. But Yo Gotti, he good money as we know right now. As far as the Tennessee feds say, he is good money.
They say good money.
He good money. They ain't looking into nothing. Right. I think they done had enough turmoil over there. All his homeboys, his brother getting killed, Young Dolph and all his homeboys, they getting killed. I think they done had enough turmoil. Let them boys go ahead on, sit down somewhere. Y'all had enough money. I don't know what the problem was. Give me some of that money since y'all want to kill each other. For y'all go to killing on each other, give me some of that money.
They want to get.
Well, I don't know what y'all want to get the money and
look,
go to kill it. I don't know.
And what's so crazy is the beefing don't even be about nothing. Man.
Nah, because
it's not no 50 Cent and Supreme beat.
Nah.
It don't even be worth.
It be a mess of words. I said something you ain't like. All right, so what?
You
know what I mean?
Like, you know what I mean? Like, nah, we gonna switch gears. Same
No, we can't
topic.
switch gears here.
No, not. I'm talking about same in the same subject.
Okay.
As far as to another state.
Yes.
Back to Texas. Yellow Beezy.
No, Yellow Beezy. Okay.
It just got picked up.
Oh wow, that's the actual fact. Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's behind bars now.
Yellow Beezy.
And they hit him with the murder of Mo3.
No, wow. Mo3? Wow.
What's that? 5 years later?
It seems that way.
5 years later.
It seems that way. So, wow. Well, I guess Mo3 and Yellow Beezy had a problem.
Yes, they did. Because I just learned this. I never knew it. Mo3, he caught Yellow Beezy coming out.
Yeah.
And lit him up.
Allegedly.
No, Yellow Beezy said that. He didn't say Mo3, but he said I was coming out the club or something. I got shot. They put up on me. They started shooting this and that. Then I listened. Then they was playing Mo3 song. Everything Yellow Beezy said, Mo3 said in his song. Caught you, made you spin out. Such and such, this and caught you lacking, this and that, all that stuff.
Right. Well, I mean, hey, however they put it out there, you know what I'm saying? I can tell you this much. You know what I'm saying? When you die, game over. So, have you gonna float your boat? That's how you gonna float your boat. But yeah, you still jumped kind of jumped out there on that. We still gotta get with the little baby situation. That's also untrue. We gotta get the untruths out. You know what I'm saying? Because guys are starting to put all these bad bones on niggas' names. So, nah, the little baby situation, because the news is definitely talking about it more than they talking about Yellow Beezy and Mo3. They talking about this little baby situation.
I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
all I see on my timeline from Facebook to Instagram is Yellow Beezy.
Yeah, well, this is what I'm talking about. With Lil Baby has made world news because of the simple fact that the Atlanta prosecutors are seriously thinking about trying to go after Lil Baby for involvement in a shooting that happened with some kids in Atlanta. You know what I mean? Some 13, 14-year-olds. So, whatever that is going on with some kids and some grown men is wild work. Because I'm gonna be honest with you know what I'm saying? Everybody that had their experience with the gang life. And most of the people that I noticed that was in gangs was kids. Once you transition, I don't know too many 40-year-old niggas, 30-year-old niggas going around trying to join no gang. I don't. You know what I mean? So let's make sure we put a wrapper on that thing and stick it back in the fridge.
I can't relate to.
Yeah, so I mean, so yeah, so it's kids, man. So why the adults want to get involved with the kids and influence the kids to do such heinous, so evil things? I have no idea. Because my thing is, nigga, ain't nobody older had you doing no foolishness like that, nigga. Hey, what's wrong with you? Crazy, man. I'm the older nigga that's talking to the younger nigga. And I ain't never had no young nigga do some of this crazy stuff. Where's y'all get this stuff in y'all mind to even pull this stuff off? Right. I'm not even understanding this. And y'all, and for real, to be honest with y'all just dying.
Left and right.
Yeah.
For stupid reasons. Nothing, you know what I mean? Don't have no.
Y'all ODing. You ain't never seen as many young people ODing. Just ODing.
We were just talking about that. Me and Rock just talking about that not too long ago, man. Just on the phone about back then and now. This is then and now time. Back then, if you pop pills and you sniff blow and all that stuff like that, you was a dope fiend, man. You feel me? Like now, you popping pills and all that stuff, man. Dope fiends, all that. We really ain't mess with you. Back then, if you did all that, ain't nobody, because you couldn't be trusted. Because you know what I mean? You just a dope fiend.
Right.
You know what I mean? So now we got YN dope fiends around this boy.
Yeah, and so the stats on that is, wow, this number is crazy. The U.S., the United States of America, has the highest overdose rate in the world. And this is something that we don't even produce. We don't produce this no kind of way whatsoever. I'm talking about the white man don't even got control of this one. Yeah, this one of the ones the white man don't even got control of. And you really tell me the United States is overdosing more than any other country in the goddamn world. And on top of that, whoa, guess what the second people is that's doing it? Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico ain't even a country. They're a part of us. God dang it. This wild work. Whoa.
And also too, listen, we gonna talk about, I was reading or doing some studying on the Big U situation. The Big U, man, this is wild. This is wild. Come to that, look, he had Nipsey under a contract for 10 years from 09 to 2019. So that victory lap, he was like, oh yeah, that was a part of it. But he knew that Nipsey wasn't going to sign back with him because he really, he got 25% of his royalty, of his publishing.
Yeah, because see, this is the part I don't understand about that whole scenario when you read it up. Why? What help did Big U give Nipsey to promote his career? What's the record label? That's the part I'm not understanding.
He said something. He was on. Big U said it out of his mouth. He was on some podcast.
I had Big U just talking. I want to know. I want to see paperwork. I want to know this to be fact. Because already all over the internet, all the niggas been out there in California lying. Whack 100, Big U, 600,000. All them niggas out there lying. So where's the paperwork at? Say he was signed. Nipsey Hussle was signed up. Because we do know this. We do know. Hold on. We do know this. This is what we do know. He didn't get a dime off that goddamn first album that he sold for $100. And that nigga sold over 100,000 of them up. He didn't get a dime off that. So stop playing it like you done put some money in dog pocket by him signing with you. See, this the part I don't be liking about the OGs and the young niggas. And this is why the young niggas don't respect the OGs. Because the OGs be doing some bull crap.
But they fell out. But the whole thing is, I think they fell out about $20,000 worth of studio equipment. And and then also too, Big Nip, he got huge. He was getting huge.
Right.
And Big U told me some ain't nobody bigger than the program.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I heard all that.
You want to try to keep a nigga down. And the nigga is growing to another level. Like, man, this ain't, you know what I mean?
But at the end of the day, though, we got to also look at what happened. Big U ain't had nothing to do with that boy, whatever his name, Eric Holder, shooting and killing Nipsey Hussle. Nipsey Hussle hadn't removed himself from the streets. Let's look at what's going on. He hadn't removed himself from the streets because all of the positive stuff that I seen that Nipsey was doing, all of the stuff that I heard about, the stuff that I know physically that he was involved in as far as taking them inner city kids over Silicon Valley, letting them create and get their ideas off of whatever. All the stuff that he was trying to do to start this revolution that Kendrick Lamar, quote unquote, is talking about. Because he was actually putting in the work. Nipsey was putting in the work. All of that stuff, bro, he did not remove himself from that street mentality. And that was his flaw. Because there's no way in the world that I'm sitting up in the goddamn plaza worried about is Eric Holder or not. I got way more fish to fry, bro.
You know what, though?
I ain't got to never deal with Eric Holder again.
Right, but you know what, though? But we don't know the real truth, but it's also out there that
the bodyguard who got shot said what happened.
Also, too, is out there, too, that they said that Big U had something to do with it, bro.
Nah, man, the bodyguard said exactly what happened. Dog cat out the joint. Dog get out the bean. Dog say, yo, how's you out the bean? You supposed to be, I thought you went to the bean. Dog was like, nah, I'm good money, I'm out. Dog was like, nah, I already done heard some stuff. You ain't right. It's the security guard. Security guard got banged there. You know, Nipsey got killed. Dog, nigga, he ain't just stopped shooting. That nigga shot the whole joint up, the whole parking lot. The security nigga got banged. The security nigga say Dog confronted him about him being a rat, bro. That's why he told me he had to get the heck on. Dog came back, but behind me. If you go back and look at all the Nipsey video, the nigga Eric, I might be saying his name wrong. I'm saying Eric Holder because that's the United States. It used to be the Department of something with the United States. I think the Department of Defense. Eric Holder. That's not old boy name. His name Eric something. But FM, he killed Nipsey. FM. Eric, yeah, little E, little nigga too, yeah, little E. Eric, he went left and went and got a pistol and came back and banged Dog. And if you look at all the Nipsey videos, the point I was making is he's in all the Nipsey videos up to that point. He's in every video. That nigga's in every video, getting off, doing his thing, whatever his thing is.
Right.
So they already got an underlying relationship. And like everybody know and said, Nipsey had went to a whole nother level of stardom. And with that being said, I don't think that he was trying to not be bigger than the program because he took the program with him. He the only artist, I ain't gonna say only because I don't know what other niggas doing. He the only one that I know of that's actually going into the inner city, bro.
Right.
He was going into Compton. His neighborhood, getting inner city, regular inner city kid, not ones that's super good in basketball, super good in baseball, super good in all these sports. No, he was getting kids that was into video games, that was into coding, that was into just computers, period. If they TikTok and whatever they was doing, he was getting those kids, and those were the kids that he was trying to cultivate. You understand what I'm saying? And it's not, it ain't to me. People that's doing that, because everybody, see us black people, and I hear it all the time. Us black people always want a finished product. Master P, I got it, Master P. Master P said that. Us black people, we want a finished product, bro. Shout out to Master P. You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem. Nipsey was like, nah, ain't no finished products out here. We got to get these products and finish them. Mm-hmm. That's what it's all about. That bull crap Big U and them got going on, man. Listen, man.
They clowns anyway.
Listen, man. Listen, man.
They clowns.
That's some wild stuff.
Because on the simple fact.
Now look. How?
Look how dumb these niggas is. These niggas, Loose Cannon is now locked up.
Wow, work.
For you know what they charging Loose Cannon for? Everything he said on the podcast.
Yeah, nigga.
He talk about, you know what I mean? This is then and now. This is then and now. Back then, what niggas tell and talk about the crimes that they didn't get caught for. You know what I mean? Even if a nigga got convicted for some stuff, he still don't be running around talking, you know what I mean, like what he even did and all this stuff. You talking about crimes that you done committed, that you done got away with it, then you turn around and come on the podcast and confess your sins to the police.
Yeah, that's wild work, man. Right. And it's like these niggas is doing all this to get some clicks and some likes because I'm guessing niggas poor. They don't have no other hustle. But you know what I'm saying, that way to hustle. That's the only way I can think of, bro. Also, and I ain't even trying to diss nobody. You know but y'all just doing some wild stuff. Even my man TK Kirkland, that's wild stuff. You telling niggas that you rob and you a robber or whatever. Nigga, if you would have robbed, if you have in your course of robbing, he say he's 64 years old too. In your course of robbing, if you have robbed the wrong nigga in your course of robbing, guess what you just told him? It was you. And guess what? Niggas don't take getting robbed nigga easily, nigga. I can tell you that. It might be 100 years from now. Nigga come up to you, blow your brains out, nigga. Like sitting there talking.
So look,
keep your hands in your pocket.
So with the guy Loose Cannon, right? Easy.
Stealing.
So look, when they come get him and lock him up, he called his wife, told his wife, yeah, They charged me with everything I said on the podcast.
She know, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Cause he talking about something. He didn't rob Meat Mills and
Right.
had Rick Ross sitting 50,000.
And to the
go.
And to the artist that has been somewhat restricted by these characters out there in California. I just want to ask y'all the question: why in the world do y'all want to hang out with these guys? I don't know. I don't know why. With the artists that they have gotten this off to, why in the world y'all want to hang out with these niggas? I don't get it.
No, not that though. But why do you want to hang out in them clubs in LA and you know that this is their territory? You know they run.
What you mean? I don't run nothing.
No, they came up in the club.
They ain't tell goddamn Siska the Nebri. I mean, they ain't tell Michael Bay he couldn't do Transformers out there.
Exactly.
They ain't tell goddamn Martin Scorsese he couldn't do another Godfather out there. So knock it off. They ain't running nothing.
Hey, you know what? Because you know who was out there?
Who?
They had them people out there.
Goddamn right. What's wrong with y'all?
They had them people out there.
Talking y'all running stuff. Yeah, I wish y'all would tell goddamn Quentin Tarantino he can't shoot a movie around his mud. Boy, boy.
It's just like, like Dog said, the nigga Loose Cannon, he said they came up in the club, they was 50 deep. You know what I mean? He said Meat Mill security just moved to the side.
Nope.
Just told him, come on with it.
And what was this? Meek Mill what? Which Meek Mill? Is this Meek Mill?
This was when he was with Rick Ross.
Okay. This Meek Mill before he beat the case or after he beat the case? When he got out?
Before. Because
before the judge violated him and sent him back?
Yeah, because after he got out,
okay.
He wasn't messing with Ross.
Okay. Cause I was about to say, I know
they just got back together.
So this Nicki Minaj then?
Yeah.
Nah, I ain't going for that. Even with Nicki, man. Nigga do that. They call him Rick for. He with Nicki.
Nigga 50 there, man.
Nicki had more money than Rick at the time.
Anyway, though.
Yeah, she might have got more money than him now. I don't know. Nicki papered up. Hey. Nicki papered up now. Hold it. Wait a minute. Don't be trying to.
Not only that,
don't you look past Nicki paper now. She is papered up.
We talking about this.
I'll let you know. She papered up.
The whole thing is they got Big Q on tape, distorting people. Extorting.
Yes.
Extorting people. Talking about, when y'all come to LA, we got the homies shooting this movie. Y'all need to check in. But if y'all don't check in, we gonna check it all in. All y'all equipment. You know what I mean? So
I just got to know how elaborate this whole scheme was, because for y'all to know, LA is a big city. There's a lot of people in LA, and if I'm not mistaken, California holds about approximately 30 million plus people in it, and it's just ironic to me that they had an elaborate system to know when all these different performers and artists will fly through LA doing whatever they doing, because at some point in time, as an artist, you got to go out to LA. I'm pretty sure, but because it's Hollywood, why wouldn't you? But it's just ironic. They had to have a real elaborate scheme when you think.
Right.
How would they keep track of all these people coming? They got nigga at the airport, this train spot. Like, what's going on here? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I got to blame the artists on a lot of this. I got to blame the artists on this, because there's nowhere in the world that you out there in LA taking care of business and you even come across a Big U. Or 600 or Whack 100 or what's the other nigga name? Loose Cannon. Yeah, how you? I don't even know how I would even come across them guys, because me personally, you know what I'm saying, if they ain't in the Ralph Lauren store, if they ain't in the Ralph Lauren area where the Ralph Lauren store at in Beverly Hills, you know what I'm saying, they ain't off up in there or somewhere you gonna fly tucked off like that, I don't see me running into these guys. I'm just keeping it 100. You know what I mean? I'm out here in LA. I want to see all the glitz and glamour. I don't want to see the hood. I come from the hood. Yeah. I'm from the east side. What I want to see that for?
Look, you can want to go see all the glitz and glamour and mess around and them niggas, they running up on you because them niggas know, I don't know what, in that state city, them niggas know what niggas at.
I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all, and I'm gonna stay all the way down back. Secret don't know nobody. So with that being said or whatever, whomever I share my information with, who I'm at, that's normally who come to get me and who told somebody where I'm at. So nah, nah.
You know, so that's why, you know what I mean?
Nah.
If you gotta perform, then you can go perform, get your money and get off.
It's very.
Ain't no going to the club, no after hour.
Let me tell y'all young niggas something. Free game. This free game to all the young niggas out there. All the young niggas out there, free game. If you ever find yourself in a situation and you get robbed, always look at your friends first. Don't never think it's a cat burglar. I'd say 9 out of 10 times it's your friend. The one time it might randomly be a cat burglar. But it's your friends. That's just word of advice. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it 100. You get robbed, yeah. Look to your right, look to your left. One of them niggas stuck you for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Without question.
And it's crazy that we think like that because it's just so poor of how we think, because you got we in the same area, we in the same space, but you got something that I don't have. But I can obtain it and get it if I want it. But I don't have it right now, but you do. So my theory in my mind is, okay, I can take this from him and I can have it. But even when you take that from me, right? This is what you don't realize when you take that from me. And this is what I know about a robber, because I done dealt with him. Even when you take that, it still ain't yours, and you know it ain't yours. You know it is. As a robber, you know for a fact that even though you took that and claimed that to be yours, in your brain, you know it. You still know it ain't yours. You still know it ain't yours. So my thing is, go ahead and put your mind to it and get to it, because it can be done. If he can achieve it, you can also achieve it also.
It's grind, because you know what I mean. When you take stuff, man, you definitely ain't gonna appreciate it, and then that karma is a bad boy. You feel me? But it's so crazy. Today, I found the debit card on the ground.
I did too.
And I called. Yeah, it was a Chase debit card. I got
did
Chase too.
I did too.
I called.
I think somebody put it in my pocket, bro. I swear to God. Go ahead.
I called Chase and told him, look, y'all go ahead and cancel this card, because you know what I mean. I just found they canceled the card and say they wait on them to call them so they can issue a new one.
I didn't know what to do with it, because I know that I've lost my wallet before, and as soon as I lost my wallet or whatever, I canceled my debit card instantly. So I didn't. When I found the debit, I just found this debit card Thursday night. It was in my pocket. How it got in my pocket, I have no idea. And I was at the Hideaway, and I'm like, yo, I'm using cash. I don't use cards. So how this card got in my pocket, I have no idea, bro. I have no idea.
You know what? They might have gave you that card, especially if you was buzzing and drinking.
I was buzzing, and I was breaking big bills.
They might have gave you that card.
And my money.
They might give you that card in your money,
and my money,
thinking it was somebody else's card. One of the
I wasn't with nobody.
I'm saying, you ain't gotta be with nobody if they thinking it's somebody else. It could have been somebody across the club.
Because one thing I'm gonna tell y'all out there, on how much of a thief I'm not. I don't pick up stuff that ain't mine. I swear to God, I don't. I don't care what it is. I keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? If that mug ain't looking like something that can change my life, dog, I ain't even finna bother with it. And the reason why I bring this up is because something just happened to me at the gym about a month or two ago. And I took my nephew to the gym with me, and he comes on the floor with $200-something in his pocket, cash. I don't know this. I just told him, like, yo, I got a locker. Put your stuff in the locker. Duh, not his money. He goes out on the gym floor. When he does, drop it on the floor. Now, some more niggas off up there that I do know come up to me clearly. You drop some money? Nah, I ain't drop no money, boy. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I ain't come on the gym floor with no money. I know better. This nigga kept asking me the same question. I'm so caught up in the workout, I ain't even paid attention to ask nephew if he dropped some money. Because I'm thinking in my brain, I told him before we got in here, put all your stuff in the locker. I told him this.
Right.
So, for me to come back and ask him this, I didn't. Whoop, get in the car, leave, get back to his house, hit his joints. Dang, I'd have dropped some money in the gym. Ah, dang. See what I'm saying? So, point that I'm making here is, I knew the guys. I called them. They played cat and mouse with it. They didn't get a response back to me till the next day. And the response was, tell Clearly to call me. Nah, my G, I already done sent the word out there. Y'all got too many ways to get in contact with me. I'm not finna do that. If you want to get the $200-something back, bro, you know how to get the $200-something back. Right. Obviously, you don't want to give it back, so we're not even finna argue about the fact that you done spent this and that. I'm not even finna go off into that. Obviously, you needed $200-something. Dog, lost the $200-something legitimately. You found it. That's what it is.
You already told him.
That's just what it is. That's just what it is. So I use that scenario as a way to let you know that, yo, I don't just pick up stuff just because it's dead, just to be picked up like, oh, dang, what is this? Nah, it's got to be life changing for me to get to dealing with something and just picking stuff up and touching stuff that ain't mine. Same thing happened to me at Applebee's. Little young girl doing DoorDash. I'm up there getting carry out, man. So the lady ain't got all my carry out. So she said it's gonna be about another 10 minutes if you want the little pretzel things I get. So I said I'll wait. So she give me half of my order. So it's sitting there. The little girl comes in. Little young girl, 17, 18. She comes in there. Boom. She comes in there, grabs my bag. I say, yo, this is not yours. She still ruffles through the bag and look at the tickets and all that to see. I say, yo, this is not your bag. Oh, well, I had to see. No, you didn't have to see nothing. And first of all, why are you coming in touching something that ain't yours? Why are you in touching something that ain't yours? Why is you touching anything that's not yours? So she tried to give me a little rhythm on some riff and rap, and my whole thing is, yo, this is not yours. You ain't had no business touching this bag, and I already told you it wasn't yours. I told you. You ruffled through my whole bag. You feel me?
Right.
After I told the little girl, this ain't yours. Oh, it's sitting up here. You think you the only one get to carry out? Wild work. Well, I can't make some of these incidents up. I cannot. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I might be intoxicated and a little bit, you know what I'm saying, over the top, where I might, you know what I'm saying, miss something. But these incidents, I be totally sober. So I ain't even looking for no trouble. I'm just out just doing my regular daily duties. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even looking for no type of trouble. So this is the type of stuff that come my way. Hey, man, I'm trying to tell you, the world, humanity itself is shifting in a very, very, very evil way. And when I say evil, I hate to use that. I like to use evil, but it's not that evil. But it's just the humanity is shifting in a bad way where people are really not caring, bro. They really just not caring. Everybody, if you get a world of everybody not caring, wow. You know what I mean? That'd be wild work.
You just look at all the stuff, just, you know what I mean? Like, some of the stuff that just happened in the world on the news, man. Man, for one, Uber driver, female.
Live to?
Driving, right? Go pick a nigga up. This nigga get in the car with a shiesty on. Only thing you can see is his eyes, right? For one, we ain't about to even do that.
I don't even know how the goddamn Chaldeans even let them niggas come and stone shot, bro. And the gas station, none of that. Nigga, what you is in here to rob me, nigga? Why is you in here with this mask on, bro? Right. Like, honestly. Dog, I understand when you out there in the streets and you run around, whatever you doing, you take your shirt off and all that. Because I got a thing about y'all niggas running around with your shirts off too, by the way. Whoa. Any nigga running around with shirt on, I tell you right now, you a clown. You ain't got to think about it. You ain't got to guess it. If you run around in the streets in public now, you running around with no shirt on. Just naked. Just a naked shirt. You know what I'm saying? Dog, shiesty, you super clown. You a clown, bro. What are you doing? But the ski mask, come on, bro. Come on, bro. It's cold though today. Whoa, I need a shiesty. Yikes.
So, and it was just a horrible story, man. Like, he killed a young lady. He killed a young lady.
What?
Yeah.
Whoa, you just had to change the story on me. I know she died.
She died, bro.
Whoa.
Begging,
God dang.
Like, I got 4 kids, all that, man.
And what was the reason this boy did this?
Man.
Don't tell me no mental episode.
Man.
Nigga, he had a mental episode upside his goddamn head.
But they got the picture of him. You didn't call the Uber. You didn't call the Uber to wherever that you was at.
She stopped what she was doing.
Whatever.
She out hustling. Doing what she's supposed to be doing as an adult. And here you come with your goofy self.
You know what I mean? They got a picture of him. Oh, you know what I mean? Like, goofy. Like, what the?
And then he ain't even said why he killed the woman. He on some GTA type stuff, huh?
Man,
just like the 3 young niggas over my way or whatever. They done met a girl on the little internet and DM and they was kicking it that she from another school or whatever, side of town. She actually came over to see these niggas. These niggas actually was about to have action. You know what I'm saying? They gets her over there and I guess she went with what they was with. They goes ahead and shoots the girl. Wild work. Then they don't think the police supposed to come get her. And I swear to God, this is why this is so crazy work. The night it happened, the very next day, I just happened to ride through the hood up the block. I see the 3 young niggas out there. They hit me up, right? It was warm out there. Hit me up. I hit the horn. Boo. Not aware or even know that they done killed this young 19, 20-year-old girl over here and put her in the alley, bro. I didn't even know this, bro. It's wild work.
That's wild work.
And they don't have no reason on why they did it. And the only thing you can come up with is the fact that maybe she didn't want to have no type of sexual relations with the guys or whatever they was trying to do. Maybe she wasn't with it. But if that was the case, bro, listen, man, let the young lady go, man.
But you know what that is? That's them drugs.
Man, that's them drugs. That's them drugs. That's some other drugs.
You know what I mean? That's them drugs. That's them drugs.
Yeah, that's them other drugs. That's them other drugs. That's them drugs that don't talk, that talk back. That's them drugs that they talk and get what? You talk to them and y'all have a conversation. Whoa, y'all answering each other. Wow. Yeah, that's that mental health drugs. Real.
My man Art just sent me this article that says that Detroit public schools is at an all-time high for graduation.
What high is that?
And for the school,
I got to see that number because ain't nobody graduating more than what Generation X was in the 90s. We had 300-400 people graduating a year.
Detroit Lions Academies up 16.3%.
Oh, okay. Then when you take a little school like that, yeah, it should be.
Cody High up 15.9.
Yeah, that's all.
It says Persian up 9.1.
Man.
Central.
Yeah.
Central High up 10.9%.
But guess what?
Hold on, let me finish.
But guess what though? Just what you not understanding about
Detroit
the
International Academy Young Women's up 11.9%. But that's some good news just to know.
Yeah,
There's some good news that they look. We on a positive. There's something happening positive in the city. That's education.
But the schools you just named don't have no population, my Joe.
But we don't care about. We don't always have to point out the negative shit about or something, man. God damn. Can we just let the shit ride? Oh shit! Oh, they ain't got no. Man, God damn, dog.
Speaking of stupid,
just let the shit ride, man. You ain't got to always gotta try to. Oh, they ain't got no population. What's his name? What's his name? Man, God.
Okay, well look. Shout out. Okay, shout out to Persian.
Shut the motherfuckers out.
Hold on. Okay. Well, shout out.
Talk about the kids and shit, and you want to just downgrade your shit and shit. What the fuck?
Okay, wait a minute. Shout out to Persian, because Persian actually is getting a whole new facelift. Persian is actually relocating. Whoa, yeah, you know you can do that. They're relocating the school. So the school is going to be where the football field is right now. They already done broke ground, already under construction, already up, going up, megalithic. And they said that school plan on having 3,800 students by 2006. And it's going to be a scholastic school to be able to compete on the highs with Renaissance and
Cass Tech.
well, no, Cass Tech and the rankings no more. Cass Tech is kind of regular like Martin Luther King is.
They
now.
still in the rank.
They regular like King now.
They still in
Yeah,
the
they regular. You know, they say Renaissance is our it thing for Detroit. If you want your kids scholastically to be official, and they got an athletic program now. Whoa! Shout out to I hate to bring up that school because it's a lot of mishandling been going on over there with the rec department and administration. Yeah, so we ain't gonna go up into that. But yeah, we gonna shout out to the young ladies though that has graduated from Renaissance that had to endure that over there. Shout out to y'all. I'm gonna shout y'all and say your names. Shout y'all out. Y'all all on my TikTok and everything. Y'all know up. Unk spoke up for y'all, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, shout out to y'all. Right, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. It's wild word, man. Niggas over there in relations, man, with teenage girls, bro. Could you imagine?
Wow.
The nigga, he like the nigga, though. And I can say his name over here because he's all been on the news. Mark White. Yeah, y'all know him. He actually recruited me in my 9th grade year in Persia. So, yeah, that guy. Yeah, he bad news. He bad news. Whoa, bad news. Bad news, man. Bad Mark White, bad. So, yeah, we didn't really give y'all no Trump information because it's so much with him. We might have to come back and do another politics as usual.
Yeah.
Politics as usual, part 2. This nigga out. You know what this nigga on now? You know he pulled the move with the Gulf of Mexico, right? And I don't think that really went right. He just calling it Gulf of America, but I don't think the Gulf of Mexico brought over to it. But he on his way to Greenland.
I said that. I said that.
He on his way to Greenland.
I said, do Mexico, is Mexico going for it?
Right.
Even though we had pulled the on the internet and on the phone, it was saying the Gulf of America.
Hey, man.
But on their stuff, do it say the Gulf of Mexico? But he wild work though. He done signed the bill talking about to kill the education department. Then he said, I think we're gonna get rid of FEMA. He trying to get rid of FEMA. He just
Yeah, because see, I want to know how does that work? If you get rid of all the emergency relief that you have for the country, because we all know that, you know what I'm saying, tragedy strikes when it strikes. That's why it's called a tragedy or catastrophe, whatever it is. My thing is, if you cut down all, because you know he cutting the Western name too. You know he fired we got rid of board education.
Yeah,
You got that up out of this. So if you get rid of all other relief efforts to relieve problems when they arise, because everybody knows a pipe is just a pipe, but every pipe has a leaky part to it. So my question to him is, his pipe is long. Pause. I don't want to keep saying that either. Pause. His pipe is, you know what I'm saying, the pipes that he's working with, should I say pause again, is quite, you know what I'm saying, significant. It's not an ordinary pipeline. That's why I was using the word pipe. I wanted to come in with pipeline. But yeah, you know what I'm saying, pause again for those that didn't catch that on the rebound. Gotta let y'all know. That was a super long, that was a moment of silence pause, by the way. So yeah. So what he's dealing with is far more greater and far more intricate than I believe that he thinks, because you can't just go to these places and just say, yo, yeah, y'all gonna be with America now. He just did that with Canada. Like, yo, I don't know why y'all still is Canada. Y'all should just be United States. No, they should be Canada, because they have been Canada and they've been their own sovereign country for all this time. And then when it comes to
operate how America operates.
Absolutely not. They have different laws and different things that we go for in our public. They don't go for, and they got things that, you know what I'm saying.
They got a lot of stuff that we wish that we did have over here.
Well, the only thing that I see coming up the pipeline that they got that we don't got is prostitution. That's pretty much about it. That's the only thing that we got bits and pieces of it. When you go prostitute, they just busted Kim Han. Kim Han out of who Kim Han was at? I don't know what Kim Han was at. But Kim Han, shout out to you. You can't see this right now because you're locked up. You know what I'm saying? They just busted Kim Han for running a, you know what I'm saying, massage service out there in Southfield for the past 10 years. You know what I mean? So she been, you know what I'm saying, helping guys out, relieve those, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, she been blessing niggas game for quite some time. Shout out to Kim Han.
She was massaging niggas' sausage.
Yeah, she was paused. She was wild work out there. Shout out to Kim Han for out there giving the fellas, you know what I'm saying, and probably some ladies, some, you know what I'm saying, release and they, you know what I'm saying, stressful weeks.
Women get happy endings.
You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. So, but yeah, so the Greenland thing, let me get back to this Greenland thing as far as the reasoning for that, because people don't realize this Greenland is another trade route. It's another trade route. He's trying to lock up all the trade routes so he can enforce these tariffs and make these tariffs go the way he want them to go. Because right now you get a lot of pushback from the tariffs, and on top of the pushback from the tariffs, the riots are getting worse and worse and worse, and the protests are getting worse and worse and worse with the Elon Musk situation. It's getting to the point where it's starting to like be a problem. At first it was just like, I burned a couple cars, but now it's getting a little bit outrageous.
It's really starting to get out of hand. When you see people talk that, you know, people be saying, yeah, he's, you know, Elon Musk, he's a billionaire. He don't care about that little. Yes, he do. Yes, he do.
Very egotistical. Of course he do.
Yes, he do. You see what I'm saying?
He on Twitter all day.
And the one interview that I seen that it was in his face, you could see that he was frustrated.
With Don Lemon?
You know what I mean? No. What was it with Don Lemon? It was one.
Yeah, Don Lemon definitely put him on the glass.
And you
Don Lemon put him on the glass.
Your company, I looked
so
up.
That's another thing. It's another guy, Elon Musk, just like Tom Brady. You know, he be talking, we don't be making no sense.
Listen, I looked up the stock. It's down to like, it's down to what?
$80 billion.
No, the stock, I'm talking about the shares, like, it's down to like $200 and $46, or it was like $146. It was one of the two.
I don't know.
Failed tremendously. But it's not $1 trillion company no more. So when you losing billions and billions of dollars, that starts to hurt. Then they talking about you gotta put up collateral because this is not doing well. It's steady falling. People, you know what I mean?
Yeah, all the boys, you know what I'm saying? All the billionaire boys on the hot seat. Jeff Bezos and Mark Zuckerberg, all the billionaire boys on the hot seat. And by the way, Jeff Bezos, yeah, I've been waiting on my package too. Oh, but he getting married.
Stop! You ain't supposed to be ordering them from Amazon.
I thought we did the days already.
No, you still don't. It ain't just no days. It was just
Oh, I didn't know. I thought we went from the 9th to the 14th.
You know what I mean? Just you keep going.
Well, I needed something.
Like I've been going to Walmart used to be my favorite store.
I don't go to Walmart or Target.
I don't go to Walmart.
But it don't matter. I go to Meijer. They all coincide with each other, low key.
Well, Meijer ain't no.
Walmart own them all.
Walmart is known. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Myers is dang.
But now that we understand what DEI is, not disinformed.
Right.
We didn't benefit from DEI anyways. So what the heck?
Some of us did.
What you mean some of us did?
We can't sit up here that did no blacks ever benefit from it. Did no blacks.
Okay, but it was put in place for you to benefit off of it.
But what I'm just saying though is it never in the history of that program. So you said no blacks never benefited off of it. Never.
I mean,
never. Ain't nobody never benefited off of it. Never.
Have you seen the numbers? Have you seen the numbers?
It was in place for a reason.
But have you seen the numbers? The numbers, DEIs, 60%, actually 62% of white middle class white women didn't benefit from DEI. So now hold it. So when you got the others, I said 62%. So that means there's only 38% left, and we ain't the only people in that 38%. You got Mexicans, you got Mexicans, you got Italians, you got all the other stuff in there.
The whole thing was put in there for not just us. It was put in there for women.
It was never That's the misconception that I was just talking about. That's what these niggas need to understand. It was never put in place for you at all. That was the illusion that niggas gave each other. Jesse Jackson with Operation Push. Yeah, you, Jesse. You know what I'm saying? You've been on some bull crap since you seen Martin get shot out there.
The whole thing is,
and I hate to come at my people. I hate to come at my black leaders like that because you up top.
The whole thing is when you have that in place, though, still
affirmative action, trash.
It forced this like. They ain't used to be interviewing black coaches and things of that nature. Now they made them.
Well, I mean,
started interviewing and hiring black coaches. They made them.
Yeah, but see, my thing is this though, Blizz. When you look at the black civil rights movement and everything that they was trying to accomplish by having DEIs and affirmative action and all that, if you really look at the whole list of it, you're mean to tell me that you put me being born black and being discriminated against up there with the way y'all discriminating against just women, white women. That's wild work in itself. So all the stuff that you put in the laws for me, the white women got to get it too. That's wild work. Every law that was put in effect since the civil rights has been put in effect for white women. The being able to go work, for black niggas to go work in the 60s, that wasn't for us. That was part of the women's movement. Women was allowed to work when since 1973. So what I'm saying is everything that was ever supposed to be quote unquote done for the black man, it was always a white agenda behind it. So none of that stuff from affirmative action, from DEIs, Rainbow Coalition, Operation Push, none of that stuff. But I can say this, you got people like the NAACP that have put a lot of black kids through college. Yes, they have. They have put a lot of black kids through college. But there's a whole lot that didn't even get the opportunity to even know about a college. You get what I'm saying? So when we weigh these odds, we got to weigh these odds and these differences and make sure we know exactly what it is that we fighting for and what we fighting against. And if y'all want to do something and y'all want to try to create an economical stance on something, it's simple. All you got to do is start manufacturing, start thinking. Stop trying to do what Shoo Shoo and Pee Wee over there doing. Just because you see them open up a boutique, that don't mean you come open up a boutique. No, it don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? You got to come up and be creative. We always have been creative. That stuff over in Egypt ain't get built like that by mistake. The people's over there thinking. They was over there mathematics, doing, you know what I'm saying, arts and crafts and creating. And you create something and I create something off of that. You feel me? And that's what we got to get back to. Once we get back to our original creativity, the whole planet is shut down because we create everything. Donald Trump already came on national TV. I didn't say this, he said this. Black man, I know y'all done built up America, y'all want something. He said this, I didn't say that. And it's the truth. You look at every invention, you look at everything that you subscribe to, you look at everything you want to subscribe to.
We created a lot.
We created it so it can be better because of the simple fact that we've been put in such a predicament where we don't have no other ability but to create. And to be honest with you, I want to be honest with you, outside of fear of losing control, I think that's why the Illuminati, or should I say elite, actually keep their foot on the black man. Honestly. When you think about it. If we keep our foot on them, they gonna keep creating. If we let them up in these echelons and up in here doing this, they gonna stop creating stuff.
They fit in all. Once we get into a certain mode, we take over. We take over. That's the whole thing. That's why they keep their foot on the black man neck, because they know that niggas will take over. You know what I mean? They don't want to see a black man, you know what I mean, at the same level as the Bill.
And y'all must stop. Black men, black women, man. Y'all must stop getting caught up in this systematic stuff that's condemning y'all, because none of this system was created for y'all. So y'all condemning yourself with a system structured against you. Don't get it twisted, black men and black women. I fall a victim also. I fall victim also. It's kind of hard to break, you know what I'm saying, habits. It's kind of hard. But you got to understand systematically, you cannot keep condemning yourself thinking like, oh, this not working, that's not working. This goes with relationships as far as marriage and things of that nature. And by the way, then and now we'll be having some relationship live things going on. We got the ladies over here where we're going to be talking about relationships and stuff like that also. Because we definitely want to bring back black love. Because black love, to be honest with you, from what I see, it don't exist. It don't exist, and there's too much delusion out here, and we need to get past that.
You know what it is, man? It's, you know what I mean? Like, is the black men, not all black men against the black women, and you know what I mean? You got, like you say, it's not, the black love is not prevalent. It's not like it is, like it used to be. You feel me? Like how we, you know, how we regard each other and cherish each other as far as the women and the men. You know what I mean? It's all about now what he got, what she got. You know what I mean? Like, and then it's so artificial.
It's just wild work. It's just wild work. So we gonna definitely,
that's gonna be a good topic.
Yeah, we gonna definitely
subject.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The session then and now, how ones. You know what I mean? Like, I'm talking about unconditionally used to just love each other.
Yeah.
You feel me?
And we want to, what's the name too? We want to try to bridge the gap with the kiddos too. So we're going to start trying to get something popping up for the kids where we live and in effect and in the building with the kids or whatever. So we try to get them some inspiration to maybe they want to do some podcasting, or maybe they want to try to create something that could be a little bit more creative in whatever they got going on in their space. So we want to make sure that we keep that on the platform, because once again, like they used to tell us, the kids are the future. They used to tell us that. I remember when Houston came out, you with the kids the future, teacher. Shout out to Whitney Houston. God dang it. Yeah.
Was a real.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, this was I think this is our longest session that we had.
Yeah. Well, we finna go ahead, get on off here, you know, clearly.
It's your man G. Lewis. So we thank y'all for tuning in. So, but what we want y'all to do is we want y'all to like, subscribe, and share, and let us know what y'all think. And then also too, y'all can go then and now, Instagram, and y'all can go to my personal page, Zero GLOUIS Lewis.
You can hit me up on @simply_cheesecake_, or you can hit me up on TikTok as Juan Burns, or you can hit me up on Facebook as Juan Burns. So hey, I'm all the way out there. Hit me up, get at me, DM. We all working. Numbers on pages, the whole shizot. Bang, bang, boogie.
I'm on Facebook as GEE Lewis. You know what I mean? So hit us up. Hey, let us know what y'all think. And hey, shout out to y'all for making that happen. Tuning in, subscribing, and sharing. And we appreciate y'all.